Hello all. Now let's tell the family I have stage 3B breast cancer. Here we go. I call sister, I call brother, I call mom. Unfortunately, dad isn't around for this one. And this is one of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life. It's easy to tell them you got a job, or I got laid off from a job. I got a new dog. I'm gonna have a new baby. I'm gonna get married. I'm gonna get divorced. It's a possibility that I'm gonna die from something that I had no knowledge of. It's not easy to do. The thought of it was just terrifying. It was devastating. I'm not going to tell my family nothing like this. I don't want to rip apart their life, just because mine has been ripped to shreds, But here we are on the phone. I felt really confident after deep prayer that I would have all the answers to their questions. So again, after much research that I did, all the doctor's appointments that I went to prior, getting things done really, really fast. Once again, you are your best advocate. You are. So we're on the phone. And I said, guys, there's no easy way to say this. So let me just say it, and I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. And I did. And it was silence. Just mute, silence on all ends. All you can hear was breathing, sighs, the pain, the wait a minute, this isn't happening. And I had to break the silence. I said, okay, guys, let's go with the questions. So they began to ask the questions. And I had an answer for everything. Not only did I have an answer, I also was able to give them the plan. So here's the plan. At least what I was told from the very beginning, from meeting the oncologist for the first time. Plan is, and here we go. I'm going to get the port put in. Second thing I'm going to have done is have the lymph nodes removed to check for, the spreading of the cancer, if that's going to happen. And then chemotherapy is supposed to start, since I chose that type of treatment. So, they was like, okay. And then it was, where you going to have it, and I said, I'm going to do this locally, in the hometown where I live in, Georgia. Do it locally. But mom was insisting in that moment, no, I want you to go to Atlanta. And I said, I can't do that right now, mama, because I don't want to uproot the family. Husband's still working. One daughter is getting ready to go to the Marines. One daughter just, getting, they're out of school. So she's in college and she's in school. And I said, I can't uproot the family. So I'm going to try to do this locally, so those that are local can be there, doing this difficult first time a thing. You never think it'll ever be a first time, but here it is, a first time for you. And it doesn't get easier. I'm saying this because if I'm getting emotional, because I can remember it as if it was yesterday, or as if I'm on the phone talking to them as I talk to you about this. But I set the bar high. I was so confident in being so prepared and being so on everything, and where I'm going to have it, who's my doctor for this, and who's going to be my surgeon for that, and who's going to be my nurse for this, and who's going to be my driver for that, and who's going to take care of me at home, kind of thing. So I had the whole package, and family's like, okay, we come to visit. I'm like, hey, more hands on, the better, So come on. So yeah, I set the bar pretty high. And so from that point on, my family was, hey, you got this, And that's what my sister kind of came up with. So every time I spoke to her, about, what was going on, you got this. And then I will share when I get the chance to take a picture of the shirt that my best friend made for me and my family. And I turned it around to, we got this. So no matter what you're going through and how you're going through it, and whether you're going through it with someone or even by yourself, baby, God is always there. And you say to yourself, we got this. And he got you. So onward to the next thing. So please subscribe, like, share, comment, ask questions. I don't mind answering anything. Nothing, no question is too small. Okay? So come on in. We're still journaling to this thing of great healing right now. So yeah, that was a thing. So next is we're going to talk about how this thing uproots your life. Y'all ready? Here we go. Sheila's out.